Welcome to Omega Studio News, news you can use. I'm your host, Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following me right here on the Omega Studio News page. This is the Throwback Thursday live at 9:30. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to this live here for another throwback. Today is May the 3rd, 2018. Okay, so before uh, we start, I would like to shout out to the amazing people that work with Mega Studio News and the amazing people that work with Talk Show TTV. And also, let's hold on. Yes, so it's just a busy day today. I had to hurry up over here because there's just so much going on. But first, I do want to inform everyone that the website, the blog page is up. Okay. The blog page is up online and it is up to date, as well as the Talk Show TV tab and also the Omega Studio Newsroom and the session. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay. Okay, so I did I brought this up on the live on Omega Studio News Facebook page about the hearings that is going on in New York City about the assisted suicide for individuals who are facing or living with chronic illnesses. Okay, so this is what's happening. So they're saying, and mind you, that there are 7 states, okay, including Washington, D.C., that already allow people to face terminal ill diagnosis to seek a doctor's help and end in their life. Okay, so they're saying that state lawmakers in New York are taking a closer look at legislation proposal to give terminal ill people the right to seek life-ending medication from their physician. Now, it's up and down on these terms because you got some people that say it's good, and then you got some people that say it's not good because you're not God, and God giveth and God taketh away. Okay, so like I said, I shared this with you guys before that there was a video that I had watched, okay, on YouTube, and you can go up there and type in assisted suicide, and it's gonna come up with a whole bunch of videos, okay, a whole bunch of videos, and it is basically assisting people with ending their life. And I seen a video, a straight video, where a lady went and she got a prescription from her doctor, and she had the help of one of her nurses that had actually helped her assist her to take this medicine. And she says she was taking it because she was faced, she had an illness, okay? She um she couldn't deal with she couldn't walk anymore. She couldn't eat on her own anymore. Okay? She was having these life threatening problems. So she went, and her nurse went to go pick it up and came back home, and she went to like a place that she wanted to die at, and she took it. It was like some like a liquid, and then they told her that she had to eat some chocolate, and then after that it was like she just went into this, what it was called, the death rattle voice, and then next thing you know, she was dead. Okay, so for some people they're like it's a good thing, to the patients, they say it's a good thing, but other people say, how can you play God and take your own life? That's just like, but that's why they call it assisted suicide, because you're killing yourself. You're going to kill yourself. You're not going to die from the natural causes. Okay, you're killing yourself. So yes, so there was another story where, again, like I shared with you guys, there was a 104-year-old man who went to Switzerland because in their part, I think they were from the country, from America, and there was no the state that they were in. It did not assist in a suicide, so they went to Switzerland, and he basically said his biggest regret was getting old. He was 104. He said there was nothing more for him to do. Okay. He was losing his sight. He couldn't walk. He couldn't hear. Okay. So he just had to end it. So he went to Switzerland where he found comfort, and his wife help assist him in taking his life. Okay. So the article continues on and says that the committee is doing public hearings on this, and they're doing it in the capital of New York. Okay, they're actually calling it the medical aid and dying law. Okay, that would require two doctors, not one, but two doctors to sign off on the use of life-ending medication, and the patient must be within 6 months of death and must self-administrate the drug. Now, now, when you hear people who say when the doctors say you have uh, uh, 6 months to live or 5 months to live, like nobody wants to hear that. But in the stages of what illness you have, it may cause, or you can never, you, I don't, well, me, my opinion is this. I don't see how a doctor can say you have 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, or 9 months, a year to live. Okay, that's up to God. But I guess in the whole medical and the whole education and the whole underlying disease and studying it, they see that they go off of the treatment, they go off how if it's cancer, how much spread. So I understand that, but when they say that to you, and then sometimes there's people out there that actually was given 6 months, 7 months, and then they turned around and lived for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. Okay, but this article is saying that you have to be within 6 months of death. Okay, and you must self-administrate the drug. So it could be the liquid form that I seen. I don't know. It could be, I don't know how the form is, but they saying you have to do it. Okay. No mommy, no daddy, no nurse, no nurse's aide. You have to do it. Okay. So yes, again, 7 states, including Washington, D.C., exercise this, but I can tell you that, it is people who are pros and there are cons on this matter. And I wanted to bring this to the show tonight because it needs dialogue, okay? It needs dialogue because is this something in the generation that we're living in? Is this something, and with all these diseases and all these uh, uh, um, things that are happening to people where they're dying from, sometimes people say that that could be the only relief. Okay, maybe assisted suicide is the only relief. Okay, there's no medicine. You got people who are in pain. You got people who feels that they're a burden to other people. Okay, and that they feel that this assisted suicide would be something that would be better for me and my family, or me and my friends, or me and whoever taking care of me. And not only that, people, okay, it costs money. It costs money to keep you alive. It costs money to treat you. And I believe it costs money to kill you. okay? Because I'm sure those assisted suicide drugs, the pharmaceuticals are going to make a lot of money off of it, okay? But people are saying that it is a good thing and is a bad thing. And to leave it on this note, they said that they took a poll and they said that 63% is yay and 29% is a nay. Okay, so we have 69 yes and 29 no. Okay, so it seems like the 69 outweigh the 29. Stay with the Omega Studio News on this issue, which is assisted suicide. I will have more information on the Omega Studio News pages as well as the blog page. Okay? Next. Okay. So, let's get into, because this is the biggest one here. Let's get into Bill Cosby. Okay, so you guys know Bill Cosby was indicted this week on 3 indecent assault. Okay, he basically was found guilty. Okay, on those assaults, and oh, he was found guilty on those assaults, and he has 70 days before. Excuse me. Get some water. He has 70 days before he is sentenced. Okay, so the jury had found him guilty of 3 counts of indecent assault on women. Okay, and like I said, I broke the news on the talk show T that he was guilty. They found him guilty. This is his second trial. The first trial was a hung juror, and then now this trial. The only difference between this is that they had women testify in the courtroom in front of the jurors. And then when that happened, I think that was something that added more until adding him guilty. But when I broke the news to you guys on Talk Show T, I did say that one of the jurors, it was a statement from one of the jurors that said that it was Cosby's deposition that convinced him that he was guilty. Okay? So, Bill Cosby found guilty, entrepreneur, TV icon, author, actor, producer, 80 years old, found guilty of 3 indecent assaults. Those charges carries a minimum of 10 years per charge. Would he do the whole 30 years? I don't know. But I do know that he is still out on a $1 million bail, okay? And he is on house arrest. And again, the bombshell is that he cannot leave his home, his suburban home in Philadelphia, without, he has to either get permission to go see his lawyer, or he has to go get permission to go see his doctor. That's it. There is a GPS monitor on him until the day he is sentenced. Okay, and I've seen all these memes and stuff out online. It's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. But a statement was read or put out on behalf of Bill Cosby from his mom. I mean, his wife. Okay. Now, like I told y'all, it was 8 paragraphs in here. Okay. But it was one thing that stuck out. Okay. This is what she said, and I'll read a little bit from here. It says, since when are all accusers truthful? History disprove that, for example, Emmett Tillman accuser immediately comes to mind. In 1955, she testified before a jury of white men in Mississippi courtroom that a 14-year-old African American boy had sexually assaulted her, only to later acquit several decades later in 2008. that her testimony was false. Now, hold on. Let me this one highlight so I don't lose my mind. So now look at that. Good, 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 good cause, good finding, good statement in here. You're right. That lady did come forward and say, you know, it was all lies. And that's what I was saying about when I was talking about the talk show T, when I was saying about the talk show T and the prison and how we have men and women who are in jail who are innocent. They're innocent. Some of them are innocent. Some of them are in jail because people they said one thing back then and then they recanted their statement and it's not true. And then these people have spent decades, probably 2 decades, 3 decades, or years behind jail for something that they didn't do. Okay? Maybe this may happen. Maybe an accuser 5 or 10 years may come out and say, hey, I lied. And this man went to jail. Bill Cosby went to jail for no apparent reason. Okay? So it says testimony was false. And it says a more recent example is the case of Darrell Hill, an African American who in 1984 was wrongfully convicted for the rape and murder of a white woman, only to find out that DNA evidence established in 1994 that he did not commit the crime. Nevertheless, he was held in prison until 2004, served almost 20 years behind bars until the true rapist confessed to the crimes. These are just two of major tragic incidents of our justice system utterly and routinely failing to protect African Americans falsely accused in a so-called court of law and the entire unfair court of public opinion. Listen, if you didn't notice, when you see that woman, or it's a woman, and there is a blindfold over her eyes, and there is a balanced scale, I guess that is the justice there. That's why we have our court system, our trials, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Either not guilty or guilty with your peers. That balanced scale and that blind justice. We don't know if Bill Cosby did this. But my thing is that why the hell are they coming out now after more than 10, 20, 30 years when this man is nearly done with his life to want to convince? I think money. I think it was all about money. Bill Cosby already paid over $1 million in lawsuits, and now they found him guilty. When I was growing up, I watched The Cosby Show. I love The Cosby Show. I love Fat Albert. I love The Cosby Show. I watched them. It showed my color on the television, a family. Even though I didn't have a family, okay? I was adopted, okay? But I knew that there was the same color on television and knew already in history that a lot of people had to fight to get in that position, okay? And I'm not going to even go there. Put that sign down. I'm not going to even go there. I'm not going on Kanye West. I'm not touching on Kanye West. I'll save that for Talk Show T. I'm not even talking about Kanye West on this show. Nope. Gotta put the sign down. No Kanye West. There is no Kanye West. No, you can put that there. No Kanye West. Okay? But yes, People had to fight to get on television. And to see black family like the Cosby Show, I really looked up to the actors that was on there. Felicia Sherrod. Am I saying her name right? Felicia Sherrod. Uh, I looked up to them. Rudy. Okay? All of them. The Huxtable family. Okay? But Bill Cosby, the main guy. So I looked up to that, and I noticed that it could be done. It could be done. You can further your career or further your dreams to even be on television like that. And I just did not see. Okay, I did not see it. Okay, I didn't see it. Okay, but it seems like everybody else seen it. The ones who accused Bill Cosby. Okay, so yeah, so the statement continues. I didn't see it. I didn't see. I didn't see it. I mean, I laughed. I laughed. It was really funny. The Cosby Show was really funny. Okay, so let me go down to this. As she ends it and says, and you guys can go on the Omega Studio News page, and you guys on the Facebook page, and you guys can read this, or you guys can just go to Bill Cosby Facebook like page, and it's the first thing you see up there. But I just want to take this out. Also, there's another statement. It said, once again, an innocent person has been found guilty based on an unthinkable, unquestionable, unconstitutional, frenzy, uh, propaganda by the media and allowing to play out in a supposed court of law. This is mob justice, not real justice. This tragedy must be undone, not just for Bill Cosby, but for the country. She says, I wish to thank the witness who courageously came forward at the trial to testify as to the truth, and as well as those witnesses who would have done so, but for the judge preventing them from testifying. Someday the truth will prevail. It always does. Okay? And that is coming from the wife of Mrs. Cosby, of Bill Cosby. I'm like, the mother, and I'm saying Mrs. Cosby. Yes, it's coming from the wife of Bill Cosby. Okay, but yes, the whole official statement is there. I just wanted to bring out those paragraphs because she's right. She's absolutely right. Okay, and one day it might happen. Okay, it might happen, and maybe they may recant their statement. Maybe they may come forward and say, I lie. But you know what? The scale and the blind justice. Okay? So again, hopefully, everybody was saying maybe Bill Cosby can do the jail time home, but I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't even think he's going to do the whole 30 years. I believe that they're going to run all the years concurrent. So out of that 10 years, he'd probably do like 8. Not even 8. He'd probably do like 5 or probably 4. It's too much that Bill Cosby had put out into this world. He's done so much. And by the way, at one point they said he was worth $400 million. But since he paid off lawsuits and he got to pay off for his bail and he has to pay off for court procedures and all this, he's going to lose a lot. He's going to lose a lot. But in American eyes, my eyes, he's still the TV icon, Bill Cosby. And I respect him for that. Okay? And he's a legend. He's always have been and he still is. Okay? I'm not believing it. I'm not believing those stories. Because I feel that, first of all, see, this is what political, but see, this is why I didn't want to jump into the whole, I didn't want to jump into this part, but while we're here, I want to talk about this a little bit. It just seems like This man, Bill Cosby, they brought up these charges against him, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 women come forward. They come forward now. And if you notice, when I reported this on Talk Show T back in December, I told y'all, I said it was the whole season or the trend where people were coming out saying that they were allegedly sexually assaulted. When you heard about the Harvey Weinstein, you heard about Donald Trump, you heard about Russell Simmons, uh, you heard about the congressman, Dan, who killed himself. You hear about all these people, but then now you see the prosecution of Bill Cosby. You don't see the prosecution of Trump. You don't see the prosecution of Harvey Weinstein. You don't see the prosecutor of Charlie Sheen. And he came out and said he had HIV and was having sex with people. And he still have shows on televisions, and they ain't say nothing about that. So I understand what she says, the whole media, the media, okay? I'm going to get the word, mob justice. Okay, hold on. Let me go up. What she said about, the propaganda by the media. Okay, so none of these people didn't you don't see trials for them, but you see Bill Cosby. Wonder what that is all about. I don't know, but maybe it's something with the Illuminati. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe it's the Illuminati. I don't know. But stay with Omega Studio News right here as as story develops on Bill Cosby case. I will give it to you, and when he is sentenced, I will definitely give you that as well, because I want to know. I'm staying on top of this, and I will keep you guys posted on the Omega Studio News blog page. Next. Okay, but before we move on to the next one, oh God, no, definitely not doing that one. No, no. Okay. So at some point, I will be doing the mask on, mask off challenge. This is the activated charcoal peel off mask. So I'll be doing the mask on, mask off challenge. And I know a lot of people been doing this online. I've seen a couple of people do this online. They put it all on their face. Some rip their eyelash off. Some rip their mask off. I mean, the mustache off. They ripped all this off, whatever. But someone told me that you have to make sure you read the directions, and then try not to put it on here and here. And they said the toughest part is when you peel it off. Well, I seen someone online. He just he was yanking it off like it was nothing. Like, what are you talking about? This ain't. But yeah, so I'm gonna do it. So I got me a little charcoal, and also I'm going to do this on another day. Not today. I'm not gonna do it today, but I'll be doing it very soon. Okay, I'll be doing it very soon. Okay, so you guys stay tuned for the video on what is going to be the topic of mask on and mask off. Okay, all right. So let's move on. Okay, so our next story is Jay-Z. Okay, so yes, Jay-Z is in the news. Jay-Z is in the news. Jay-Z, basically, they're saying that Jay-Z is being subpoenaed to testify in a federal court and he was subpoenaed by a federal judge. Okay, so they're saying that this is not the first subpoena, this is not the second subpoena, this is the third subpoena that Jay-Z was given. The two he didn't go, but this one he has to go. Okay, so they're saying something about, so this is the news. They're saying a statement was issued on the behalf of Jay-Z. One of his representatives said that entertainer had no role in the financial reporting of the brand. Okay. They're saying that Jay-Z sold his Rockaway apparel, everybody know the Rockaway, apparel brand and other assets to the brand company, I'm not going to name the name, for $204 million more than a decade ago. And they're saying something about that Jay-Z knew about something called the SCE, and that he actually failed to show up twice before for a scheduled testimony. And they're saying that Jay-Z knew and about something. They're saying, okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is the reason why I'm like going and talk, because I don't want to say certain things and then copyright. Okay, so I'm putting it in my own words. Okay, so they're saying something about Jay-Z. They want Jay-Z to reveal the value of the Rockaway trademark and his involvement with the brand after he sold it to this brand group. And they're saying that he learned about the other companies and he did business with this brand group, and his awareness was knowledge and intent on other people who knew of the transition involving Jay-Z and his affiliate company. They're saying the brand company did not return any emails, but they're basically saying that he violated federal laws. And it's so crazy because they're saying that Jay-Z hits include 99 problems, and this is just one of those 99 problems in an empire state of mind. Okay, so yeah, so Jay-Z is basically subpoenaed to go to court and testify, but basically his lawyer is saying that Jay-Z is a private citizen and he knew nothing about this. So leave him alone. That's what they're saying. Talk Show T and Omega Studio News want to say to Jay-Z, keep doing your thing, and I respect you, brother. Power to Jay-Z. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic, and that is my girl T.S. Madison's celebrity status. T.S. Madison is in Houston, Texas, according to her Instagram and also Facebook page. She is in Houston, Texas, and she planned on performing loud, live, and in color at the Fitzgerald Club in Houston, Texas on 2706 White Oak Road in Houston, Texas. Okay, from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Free admission for all before. I think that says 11:30. Okay. Before 11:30. Yeah, before 11:30. Okay, so but this is happening on May 4th, 2018, where she'll be loud, live, and in color. And then I believe she's supposed to be going somewhere else after that. I mean, my girl TS is just busy and she's everywhere. She's everywhere. Okay, she's doing her thing. And shout out to Miss Lawrence and T.S. Madison for their excellent job on the Star After Show, sponsored by Fox. Sponsored by Fox. And I don't watch Star, but I tune into T.S. Madison Hinton's page. We're friends on Facebook, and I get alerts. And when I tell you, it's like when I'm listening to both of them, because I know Miss Lauren's been on there several times. When I don't even watch the show, but when I hear them talk about it, it's like I'm like getting everything in my mind. Now, mind you, I've seen Star a long time ago, like Star a long time. I know, I know Miss Lawrence is in it, and Bruce. I know Queen Latifah is in it. I know Naomi Campbell's in it. I know a lot of people are in there. And it just makes me go back to the other shows, and it's like I know, and then I see like little snips, pieces online and stuff, but actually listening to them and that them talking and she's going off and like, did you see that they go into prayer? It's just like I don't even need to watch it. Okay, I just need to watch the after show and just hear them talk, and it's already there. Okay, but shout out to Miss Lawrence. Keep doing your thing, sister. Shout out to T.S. Madison. Keep doing your thing, sister. And I love y'all both. Okay, you could catch T.S. Madison on Wednesdays. Also, you guys could catch T.S. Madison on the Queen's Supreme Court on Mondays at 10 Central. Why I keep saying that Central? Colorful time, right? Colorful time. Okay, so I did want to make a statement. I did see a video on YouTube on one of my YouTube stars that I follow, Jessica Kohinoor. And I don't know how true it is, but it seemed like one of her videos, it had a Tumblr thumbnail with a half a screen of a black eye and a half a screen with glasses on. And then I watched the video, and then a video, she was on a phone with somebody, and I think it was a family member. And I don't know if it was just for show or if it was just it was just comedy and whatever. But I really hope that my girl don't have a black eye. I really hope that she does not have. She said from her mouth that she doesn't have a black eye, but she had glasses on. So, and she didn't show. I was like, just take the glasses off. Just show us. But she didn't. So, allegedly, she has a black eye, but I really hope my girl, Miss Kohinoor, Jessica Kohinoor, does not have a black eye. I really hope she doesn't. Okay, she's a beautiful woman. She has a beautiful face, and to have a black eye is just stupid. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Yeah, just give me that one. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely not gonna be talking about this guy. No Kanye West. I'm not talking about Kanye West. I'm not gonna be talking about him. I can't talk about him because I gotta get it all infused in my head. Okay? So yes. I know people was asking me about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sorry I was unable to follow them for this session, which is the reunion. I was unable to follow them. I wasn't able to follow them because I just had so much and I just didn't look at them like that. I do know the reunion happened and it's just juicy topics in there. Maybe I can get the scoop and fill you guys in. I do want to say thank you guys to everybody who participated in the Earth Day, which we just went out and picked up some trash for Earth Day and participated in other events. Also, yes, we did say that George W.H. Bush is out of the hospital. Well, no, we didn't say he was out of the hospital. He was out of intensive care, and he's doing fine. He should be going home very soon. But I'll give you guys an update on that. And there was something else. Also, too, let me go over here and give you guys updates on this. So if you haven't went on the Omega Studio News page, you can go up there. The Talk Show TTV is up. There is no www.ustream.com/TalkShowTTV. It's not up yet. But I can tell you that there is up-to-date video for Talk Show TTV. Season 2, Episode 2 is up there as well as Season 1, episode 14 is up there. Season 1, episode 1 is up there, will remain up there, along with season 2. Those are the two, the top where it all started from. Now, I can tell you that there is other two videos. Those two videos will be, they're from the Facebook, and they're a lot. They were live Facebook videos, because now the blog page lets you put videos from Facebook up there. That's hot. Okay, so our great people on the website added those videos on there. Let me see if they updated this here. Okay, so the session, this is happening. So let me read from the session. Okay, so this is what's happening with the session so far. Oh, and you can see the video that was posted tonight up there. Okay, so they're saying that. Okay, so let me read this. All right, so we're today. This is Omega Studio News live at 9:30 for 3/18, Throwback Thursday. Also, on May 7th, the Queen's Supreme Court Season 2 is back in order. And I do want to apologize because I did not do the jury review for last session because there was technical difficulties, and that was when season 2, episode 2 for Social T was out. And you recall, you go watch that video online. I did not do jury review because that video was going off and it was coming back on, went off, it came back on, and went off, and it came back on. So, and it just picked up, left off, picked off. So I just didn't do it. I mean, if you guys want me to do it, I can do it for you guys real quick. You just tune in on the speaker, as SPREAKER.com, and I can do that. That's the radio station for the Omega Studio News. So yes, hashtag the Queen's Supreme Court with this honorable judge. Well, now that needs to change. They need to change that to Chief Justice Judge T.S. Madison, okay? And then they have the whole jury duty by using the hashtag the Queen's Supreme Court on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and also on YouTube. And they have the call-in number at 515-604-9300. Access code 982884. And the wonderful Jamal Ben, I actually seen him on his Facebook. Kudos to Jamal Ben, is handling the calls. And remember to use the hashtag the Queen's Supreme Court. Now I do see, okay, so now it says they need to make a correction on this. It has 4/13. Okay, so May 25th, I guess this was happened May 25th, that's a Friday. The session will be back in order with Daquan Jones. They saying that this is an open event. Just press the green tab on there. And they also changed a little bit. They also said that there's no block numbers and no private numbers will not be allowed in the session. So the session is basically it's a number you call, and everybody who wants to join in to talk to other people across the world or whoever's on the line about issues that is going on in their community. And the people online is basically there to give you some feedback or some opinions on whatever your issue is. Because there's nothing wrong with just having a little helping hand for people to, you would just say, I'm depressed, or I'm having issues with my coworker or something. Just keep it cute, okay? So the calls are monitored by the moderator, which is Daquan Jones in there. It's a tab down on there. And he's in a switchboard, and he sees all the numbers that's up there. Now, he's going to see all the numbers, okay? Your number is respected. Your privacy is respected. Trust me, it's respected. What's going to happen this time that didn't happen last time is that there will be no private numbers. So no one will be able to call with private numbers. So there will be no private numbers there. So that means that we will not be hosting the session where we have people, but we don't have their numbers. Because if something happened last time and somebody say something that's going to threaten those callers that are online or threaten the host, then we don't even know where it's coming from. Okay, so Block calls, private numbers, if you show up, it's going to be showed off. Okay, you're going to be escorted right off. Just click, okay, and blocked. Because they do have a feature where you can block those unwanted or block number, even though it appears, but it's just no go. Okay, so that was the only thing that was the problem. So according to the update session, it is reporting that it will be back on May the 25th. That is a Friday, and that is 4 weeks from now. Okay, all right. All right, well, that was pretty quick. Oh, all right. So let me what you want me to okay, so special shout out to Daquan, and also shout out to Al Nicholson for attending the Prime that the Prime party that went down on Saturday, April the 28th, and it was held in Philadelphia. I actually had a nice time out there, but it was two packed, so we actually left. But it was nice. I enjoyed it. It was my first time seeing it. Also, before that, we were also in Philadelphia for the Penn relays that went down at Franklin Field, okay, in Philadelphia. Okay, that was just awesome. I'm a runner, so to see everybody out there running was just amazing. The males, the females, the college, the schools, everybody just did their thing. So we actually killed two birds in one stone in Philadelphia. We went to the Penn relays, and then we went to the Prime. The Prime was free uh, from 9 to 10. They don't have it up here. It was free from 9 to 10. Went up there, and some people having fun and everything. But shout out to them. Shout out to Philly and the Penn relays. You guys did your thing out there. Kudos to y'all. Okay, so is there anything else? Okay, so it looked like we are within our time. It's about 46. So yeah, so let me see if there is any other news. Okay, let me just take this full, because it'll be a full hour, so from 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, so let me go. Like I told you guys, everything was shut down where I got my sources from. Also, let me talk about this too. There was a military plane crash that happened in Georgia. Okay. They said that it was 5 people that were killed, but they actually said that now everybody on board was killed, which is a total of 9 servicemen who were flying from Puerto Rico going to Georgia. Okay, and get this, the military cargo plane was a the plane that was flying was a, let me see if I get this right. Let me see what type of plane it was. I know it was one of those big planes, and I can tell you, just say it was so big that you could put like 2 tanks in it and like a couple of servicemen. It was so huge, okay? But come to find out, check this out. This plane was supposed to be going out of service that same day. It was supposed to fly from Puerto Rico to Georgia, and then from Georgia to Arizona, where it was going to retire. But it seems like the plane went down. They had video showing the plane going down and turn around on its back. I know it was so devastated what was going through their minds, man. Like, oh my God. And these were some experienced men. Okay, I don't know if it was men and women, but I'll just say men and women that was on there. So shout out to their family. The Omega Studio News like to send sympathy and condolences to all those servicemen who died in that plane crash. That was just so crazy. Okay, that was just so crazy. So crazy. When I get on a plane, I don't go to sleep. When I get on a bus, I don't go to sleep. When I'm in a car, I don't go to sleep when I'm traveling. I do not go to sleep because I need to see from destination A to destination safe, okay? Because I just can't imagine that. Oh God, it's just very devastating because the video is just so crazy. I just have to see. I have to see where I'm going. I have to see everything. I have to. I just have to be alert. I can't be asleep when I'm traveling. It's just not gonna happen because something like if something like that happens, like I wouldn't know. Like I went to sleep and then I woke up and I'm in heaven. Like it's just crazy. But yes, so there was a plane crash that happened on yesterday, well, May the 2nd. Okay, and they're saying that this plane crashed in the middle of the street, and thank God there was no cars on that street, and thank God there was no trains on that trainway. But yes, all the men, they're saying five here, but they're now confirming that all men that was on board or all service personnel that was on board were killed. Okay, so yes, shout out to their families because, you know, it's just very devastating to lose someone, especially in conditions like that, man. You got the plane, and then they show it. They showed up the plane is like it's like first it's like they said it was in air. Like when you see the video, it's like that, and then next thing you know, the plane comes down like this. This the top, and then the plane turns like that, and then you see this like a big explosion. I'm like, wow, darn, can they jump out? But it's just not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. Like it was very devastating to see that. Wow. Let's have a moment of silence for them. Thank you for that moment of silence. Okay, for our servicemen and women who are in the military, just be safe out there. Be safe. Okay. All right. So I did break to you guys that there was a shooting that happened in there was a shooting that happened in Brooklyn. Okay. There was a shooting that happened in Brooklyn, and I want to get this story because there is an update to that story. Okay. Okay, so there was an update to that story. They're saying that they're saying that there was a shooting that happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn, in New York. They're saying that the police is searching for a gunman who opened fire on late Wednesday from a car, killing one young man and injuring four other people. Okay, their ages range from 18 to 21. They were rushed to area hospitals where 18-year-old was pronounced dead. Okay, now they're saying that four others remain hospitalized at a hospital called Kings County and Brookdale Hospital. They're also now confirming that out of the four, one of them got shot 6 times and still survived, but the other one who was shot in the head, he's on life support. Okay, they don't think he's gonna make it. Okay, so um, that is the update. It's violence everywhere you go. They're saying that police believe that they found the blue SUV that the suspect was riding in, but the manhunt continues for the gunman and the driver. They're saying that the vehicle was located after a man and woman reported their car being struck by a hit and run driver. They took down the vehicle's license plate number, and it turned out to be a blue Hyundai SUV that matched the description of the one that was involved in the shooting. Okay, they saying that they're confident that this is the vehicle that was used by the people or the person that is responsible for the shooting. Okay, so yes, again, there was a shooting in New York, okay, Brownsville, that left one person dead, four injured, but out of that four, one of them is on life support. Okay, so we pray for them and we pray for their families. Okay, that they bring this man to justice. Okay, or bring the people who are responsible for this to justice. And also, I want to say that there was a story that had broke on the Omega Studio News page. And I do want to stress this out. 15-year-old killed in South LA, a $50,000 reward offer. Okay, this is the story. Hannah Bell was 15, was fatally wounded about 9 p.m. on Friday, the 27th, 2018. At the Best Burger stand near 77th and Weston Avenue. Police is reporting that there is a $50,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest and conviction in this slaying. Hannah Bell was shot as she waited with her mother outside a hamburger stand in South Los Angeles. Omega Studio News has just learned that the reward was announced at a mid-morning news conference at the crime scene. Police said that a male suspect wearing a black hoodie and last seen leaving the location southbound on Western Avenue. Police say also they have not determined a motive. The reward was offered by the Los Angeles City Council. Anyone with leads is urged to call 877 LAPD 247. For more information, you can visit the blog page for those details. Okay? All right. So we do know that there was another shooting. Okay, there was another shooting. Okay, they're saying that a teen was arrested for plotting a mass shooting at a Texas mall. Okay, so developing stories on that case is that a 17-year-old was arrested at a high school for suspected of a terror plot. Okay, they're saying that a mall in Texas, according to an affidavit, they're saying that this person was basically about to go shoot up a mall, like take innocent lives, like what happened at the formal shooting or past shooting that just happened at a high school in Florida that killed 17 people. Okay, that was on February the 14th. And then social media is saying that body cam has now been released in the Mandalay killing that happened in Las Vegas that killed over 30-some people, where they have body cam from the officers that was first responding to the scene when they entered into the hotel. And it is very, very disturbing. Like, they actually go up to this man's room who was shooting, and they see a camera out the door. But by that time, the man was already dead. He was already dead. Okay, so yes, so that is basically going to be it for the talk show, well, no, for the Omega Studio News. Talk Show T does not have a date and time. Talk Show T does not have a date and time for the show, okay? I can just say, just be on the lookout for Talk Show T episode 3. Talk Show T is sponsored by the Omega Studio News, where I am the host. Okay, so you just have to be ready when that video comes out. Okay, I want to take this time to thank each and every last person, place, and thing who is here. Please make sure you share this video. Please make sure you like this video. And please make sure you comment on the video. Okay? Subscribe. Like, dislike. It really doesn't matter. It's just a video up there for another episode for the Omega Studio News. Okay? News you can use. I'm your host, Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good one.